I mean, let's start off, perhaps, Bryan, with you, because time was when a superstar like Kanye West might have employed people to keep his fans away from him. But now you work to get them closer to him via the internet. So, I mean, tell us a few of the things that you've done with Kanye that have really worked to build that relationship.
Sure. Well, you know, really, it's really on Kanye, quite frankly. I mean, he's been very active in communicating to his fans through a blog, and he makes, I mean, some days he might make 7 or 8 blog entries a day.
And is it really him that does it?
Yeah, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. And there was some rumors that there's been rumors that it's not him, but it definitely is him. It's really given his fans a real insight into what's going on with him, but also what he thinks is cool. And kind of one of the things I think about, like, growing a site and for an artist is that the site really transcends Kanye's music. And it's really, he's a curator for what is cool. One of the things that makes it great is that it's totally authentic. Like, you know, you can't pay Kanye to put something on there that he doesn't really think is cool. Because people have tried, and he says no.
Now, Tim, you like to sort of build a kind of mini venture around each music project at IE, don't you? So tell us a couple of the kind of things you've done in the digital space to reach fans with some of your artists.
We work for artists. We're unequivocal about that. We work for artists, and that means that we look after all of our artists' rights. And it's key for us, on their behalf, to be able to exploit those artists, those rights, if you like, in a way that is complementary. So that we don't have a rights owner over here saying that we can't do this with an artist because they don't like what we're trying to do. So it's actually being able to manage our artists' careers, to exploit their rights, to turn them, if you like, into brands, because that is how they make money and how they keep their careers going. This is if you like, our position. And we're happy to work with those people that really are intent on supplying the best possible services for our artists.
Now, Marcel, traditionally those services would have been provided by a major label company. How does a big company like Sony adapt to this kind of need to engage directly with fans?
I mean, all majors are undertaking various new business activities in all kinds of fields, D2C, live business. And we work on behalf of artist management to understand, because we market the artist, so the artist DNA and which brands fit. And on the management brief, we then go out to agencies and brands and find the right brand and the right marketing platform. And that's a pure function. We're now dealing, for instance, with Pink, and we're talking to 2 brands the last 4 or 5 months. And we work on behalf of Roger Davis, and we're trying to then orchestrate all the different stakeholders to execute the campaign. Because for brands, it's very, very difficult to work in the music space because they're used to work with sports or with film, and you have one rights owner. If you want to support or associate with Chelsea, there's one decision maker, and they execute this from A to Z with one decision maker. And there are also agencies like IMG providing those services. So we try to replicate this in the music space and then work in the partnership, in the case of Pink, with Roger Davis management, with Barry Marshall on the live side. Because for most artists, we don't have all the rights.
David, obviously you're on the publishing side of things. Time was, publishers were perhaps not the most proactive part of the industry when it came to building an artist's career, but that's presumably all changed now.
I think now publishers are more important than ever. You know, to have the right partners, I think, are very important. One project, for instance, that we're working on right now that we've put together for Nick Drake, we've done a deal with Jack Johnson through his label at Brushfire Records. This year, they are in the process of recording a tribute album to Nick Drake. We'll be videotaping that entire process, and we'll be putting together a DVD, which will have that album as well as some enhanced footage for our fans of the recording process. As a bonus feature, we will also be sharing a video that was directed by Heath Ledger of Nick Drake, A Black-Eyed Dog, and no one in the world has ever seen that before. You see, to me, that's how we should be delivering product to our fans. To just, you know, deliver it on iTunes, that's great, but they want something more. They want value-added product. They want us to assemble good materials and deliver that to them.
Kenny, I mean, your company was originally built on, I guess, being the middleman between artist and fan, but I mean, you're involved now in building those direct relationships through Integral and things like that. How did you? I mean, what made you want to change those parameters for your company?
Well, it's always been the same parameter. Really, it's about the music first. That's what the company is about. And I believe that PIAS as a company, as a music company, is there to be to offer services. We've changed our way of doing business because we believe that artists, or established artists to the very least, what they're looking for is not a record label anymore, but a marketing label. A company which can provide them the access to the market, provide them the means to routes to the market, but in an all-encompassing way. That means selling the physical still, because there's still a lot of physical in Europe, I insist. Of course, we have a digital department which has been operating very soon, since 2003, 2004. We've acquired a company called Indie Mobile to take care of the digital and mobile marketing and sales. And we have offices in all the major European territories to have the localization and the thinking strategy to be able to offer these artists the service they need and promote them, from radio plugging to press, but also online marketing and online strategy. But what I believe, it needs to come under one roof, under one flag, and it has to be a global thinking about how you position an artist, how you promote it, and how you market it.
Martin, you run an indie label. How do you get your music without the resources of perhaps some of these bigger companies? How do you get your music direct to the fans?
Yeah, of course, I mean, being an indie label today and being an indie label that is existing because of the internet, we are, of course, very good at using the internet. And also, I mean, we are always stating that music is what we got. I know, of course, we don't have much money or to spend on marketing and such, but we always have the music. So for instance, we always give away some music for free, and encourage all our fans to spread it as much as they can. For me, I'd rather have a million listeners and 100 buyers than 100 listeners and 100 buyers. Because if I have those 1 million listeners, I can do amazing things with that, especially if you're considering how the economy on the web is working, where everything is about attention. And if you get those million people's attention, of course we can make money of that.